Alright, this is a wedding planning reading, and I'm doing it a little different today. We're gonna do it with a pick a card, pick a item reading. There's the crane pin, the bubble bracelet, and the heart locket. It's a little different, but we'll see how this goes. Pick whichever resonates and we'll start the readings. We'll start off with the crane. Alright, and let's see. This one doesn't really have any real standout features except for the cards. So we're going to start off with the theme, which was the High Priestess. Usually I don't use major arcanas in the readings, but today I actually am. The High Priestess is usually psychic ability, so this might be a thought or a plan or to some degree a surprise. So the two obviously would be the nautical theme, the lake house, the beach, the destination wedding, the seaside ceremony, the blue and white tones, shells, anchors, ropes, and sailboats, some maritime styles in it. The venue, represented by the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is, usually finance and health. And we also have the World card. So basically it would be an event space. It would be like a music venue that would have floralists, maybe some business that needs advertising. It could be new to the wedding scene. It could be new to the event planning scene. So it is trying to get its name out there. So they do agree to do your wedding if you're planning to do something like this. So yeah, look for a place that's kind of, a little bit bigger than, what it calls for usually. Maybe a restaurant or something. Or, just an event area where it could host concerts and stuff like that, like an arena. It might be available for that type of thing. And then we have the flowers, which is represented by the 10 of Swords, strife and logic. So this would be about fall, because Swords is the fall. It could be late fall, right after Thanksgiving or during Thanksgiving that week. So Amaryllis, Gardenia, Queen Anne's lace if it's available, Dahilas, tulips if certain areas have it, orchids, calla lilies because they do have late fall calla lilies in some places, and mums. There's also a few ones which are fillers or accents that I will put in detail at the bottom of the screen, in the bottom of the details list, so you can have a look at those, see which ones you want. If you're having a fall wedding, it would be some type of idea. And then we have the cake. The cake is represented by the 9 of Swords. So it could be refreshments and miscellaneous. Since it is the Swords, it's probably going to be more autumny type of menu items. Maybe ciders, maybe cakes, maybe some kind of thing that would be filling and hearty around that period of time. Kind of like a cocktail hour also. And then we have the wedding gifts. The wedding gifts were represented by the Death card, which is actually the number 13. So there's two numbers. I took the 1 and the 3, and the wedding gift highlights could be traditional and technology related, which would be the highlights. And then for the dress code, I got the 3 from the Empress. The Empress usually has stuff to do with parenthood, or, you know, some kind of, like, really, like, you know, kind of like a chivalrous kind of deal as far as weddings are concerned. So, it could be the Texas formal or semi-formal. Ladies, current country formal trends, gents, kind of blue jeans, boots, vests, dress shirt, or a cowboy hat. That's, you know, up to you. Let's see. But yeah, that's basically what this wedding's gonna look like. You can take a few of these ideas, or you can take all of them. I mean, I used to be a floralist, so the flowers are a little bit more in detail than most people's. But if you like this reading, leave a like. If you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas for my next video, you know I read everything. Leave them down in the comments section below, and I will read those. I read everything. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bubble bracelet group. Let's see. Alright, so we have the theme. The theme for this one was represented by the 6 of Swords, strife and logic. So it's going to be whimsy. You could be a Star Trek fan, or maybe you're into like Alice in Wonderland stuff, or something that has to do with the whimsical, or like space stuff, or, you know, medieval stuff. So it's going to be full of bright splashes of color, quirky bohemian contents, maybe kind of design elements that usually wouldn't correlate together. Multicolored balloons, streamers, like floral arrangements that might be a little bit more pinks or more purples, something that would be a monochromatic color as far as florals are concerned, and maybe some mismatching here and there that usually wouldn't be part of a wedding, but you kind of put it in your wedding in order to make it fun. And then we have venue. Venue, I got the Knight of Wands for this one when I asked that question. A full service venue where it would have a bridal or a groom suite, an indoor ceremony, or a reception area. So it would either be like an inn, a bed and breakfast, maybe like somewhere in the country, or if you've ever been to Savannah, Georgia, they kind of have like those gingerbread looking houses that have everything that you could possibly want for a venue. So yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like down payment. You get to use the venue to your discretion and throw your party there, throw your ceremony there, and whatever have you. And it could also provide catering and floral stuff, depending on what venue you choose. There could be different packages, different lets that would allow you to have certain things depending on what they're screened for or what they're insured for. And then we have the floral arrangements. I got the 2 of Pentacles. It might be hard to balance this, but finance and health. So it's going to be something that's really pretty. It might be a summer wedding. So people that might have arthritis or other health issues might feel more comfortable in warm warmer climes. So baby's breath, maybe some mums if they're available, some carnations, calla lilies, gardenias, lilacs are very lovely. And you may have irises, hydrangeas, Gerber daisies, lilies, daffodils if they're more late season ones, and a few other fillers and accent flowers. And then we have the cake. The cake I got was the wands, the 5 of Wands. Work and business might be a very traditional cake. 3-tiered fruit cake so that it would not spoil. You could probably keep it in the refrigerator or the freezer. Maybe the freezer would be better. Just to keep it, you know, for a year, so then on your anniversary you could be like, yeah, we had a good cake, didn't we? And actually see if it stood the test of time, or, you know, what have you, within a year, you know. It would have white fondant, maybe some detailed piping on it, maybe a few designs here and there, just for, you know, content. That would go with your theme to be, you know, something to keep for a year. And then we'd have dress codes. So the dress codes, 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, cups are usually love, family, relationships. So the theme and attire will be chosen by the couple, because it is a summer wedding, and there might be kids there. There might be, you know, a few relatives that might be on the elderly side, like great aunts and stuff. So it might be to the guest's discretion or to the couple's discretion. And then we have the highlights of the gifts. I got the 3 of Wands for that. The 3 of Wands usually has something to do with work and business, so it's going to probably be technology related. Just so like the couple can continue working, or if you're an influencer, both of you, it could be something related to that. Or, you know, something to upgrade what you currently have. Usually, you know, people do that as a joke, or they do that to ensure that you have the best stuff on the market. So anyway, if you like this reading, leave a like. If you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas for my next video, leave them in the comment section below. You know I read all that stuff. So, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next reading, okay? Alright, we have the Heart Locket. The Heart Locket. Alright, let's see. So we have the Fool, which is the 0 mark. And the Fool is like new beginnings. So this could be a new start for both of you. Could have started from 0 and then it got here, and then it's a new beginning again. It's a new milestone, and you see it as such. So you have the 4 of Cups for the love, family, and relationships. So you're kind of in the middle of couples, friends, everybody's in one place. So you, with the 4, it's rustic, so it's going to be string lights, mason jars, twine, lace, wood, everything. So it's going to be a very homey style, a very country style. Probably a lot of DIY things just to make something different in your wedding. A rural venue, just so, you know, it's easier for everybody to get to one place. Might have a lot of accommodations in a rural area. And chic, intimate barn style for most people. And then we have the venue. The venue is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, Strife and Logic. So it's going to be at like a community center, maybe a government building, a civic building, somebody's backyard, a neighborhood block party. So it could be one of the two. You get married by the Justice of the Peace, and then you go to the venue to have your reception, or it could be all done at one place or something, depending on where you live. I know in South Carolina, it could be a little bit of accommodation because one of the courtrooms does have kind of like a ballroom setting. So it depends on where you live and what they have available to the community. And then we have flowers. Flowers, I got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, work and business. It might be a fall wedding. Probably not like right away fall. It could also be a spring wedding because it is the Wands. But the flowers I got for the fall are dahlias, roses, mums, maybe some cactuses, calla lilies, waxflowers, carnations, lilies, penties. They're like these big things. They look like they're made out of paper. Tinsel or thistle. That's very country. And a few other accent flowers that I will be adding in detail at the bottom of the description. Then we have cake. This is where it becomes a fall wedding. Cake is the Seven of Swords. The swords is usually a fall thing. Strife and Logic. So it's going to be a chocolate bar, chocolates, maybe some chocolate fruits, and chocolate cake for anybody who likes cake. So it's going to be a bunch of variety. Maybe a couple of your guests are more chocolate fiends, or they might not like cake, so you kind of put out the bar full of different things for them. And then we have the dress code, which is the Judgment card. I wasn't really sure how to do this, but I figured it might be traditional gear because it is the Judgment card. For the ladies, it would be like formal colors, maybe full-length dresses. You know, like think prom if you've ever been to prom. And then the gents, probably a suit or tuxedo, depending on what you want to wear. But yeah, I really didn't have a full description of that. It's just formal colors, you know, like solid colors, probably blacks, champagne, gold kind of things. I didn't really have a clear thing on that one. And then we have the wedding gifts, which was by the Temperance. So, I'm trying to find balance. I took the 14, which is the Temperance card, and it's 1 and 4. So I got traditional and probably some charity. So with charity, it could be like before the wedding, there was a lot of charities that you guys might be supporting, as well as your wedding stuff. When you went to register, you do have the option of doing that, and that's probably what you end up doing. Also with the traditional stuff, I believe that was, for most people, it was by either somebody's mother-in-law or somebody's mother. They wanted to make sure that you had everything that you needed if you're moving to a new house or out of town, getting your own apartment, whatever have you. And they kind of arrange the registration for you. Make sure that you have like cooking utensils and things like that. So it's very interesting. If you like this reading, leave a like. If you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas for my next video, leave them in the comment section below. I read everything, as you know. And, yeah, this is a very interesting one, I must say. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.